Hi, if you're watching this video is because you probably have reached the end of the Learning C# Introduction to Computer Programming for Designers. So, hooray! You now have a lot of the skills and a lot of the things that I think are fundamental to know how to program computer programs. I think with what you have learned so far, I think you're in a pretty good position to now start trying to build something, start trying to make something, you know? We have learned, I've given you a lot of like the basic building blocks of how things work and how do you make things talk to each other and how do you make small programs work. But now there is like a jump into like, oh, I want to make something. How do I even start? Okay. So there are, so what is next after this? From my end, what we do in this channel is that I try to make a lot of videos where knowing the basic techniques of computer programming, now we put them to practice to create algorithms where we create three-dimensional form, where we create moving objects, and where we create a lot of things that relate to the world of computational design. I'm not particularly interested in back-end servers or anything. I'm more interested in how code can help us be more creative and do cool stuff. So this that you have seen in this playlist is what I consider fundamental to knowing how to write code. But there are, and that's why I'm wrapping up this introductory list here. You will see that perhaps on this playlist after this video there are more other videos, other topics that I might be adding over time, but I didn't really find a place to fit them inside of the playlist. So if you see more videos after this one, it's just additional topics that I think that I have just recorded at some point and that I think could be interesting for you to know. Okay, I might actually go ahead and record another series at some point in the future where I touch upon more advanced topics in computer programming, most of them related to either specific things of the C# programming language or higher level things that relate mostly to classes, such as, for example, inheritance, polymorphism, interfaces, a lot of things that they're quite cool, they're very useful, but I also think that you can get away, you can get very far without really needing to get into those topics. Okay? So you may expect some of that from the future. What I really want to do, I haven't done it yet, but if you're watching this, I may have already done it, is that I also want to record other series where now with what we know, with learning C#, I teach you how to use C# either to build standalone Windows applications that you can just double click and execute, like console applications are a form of that, but Windows gives us like many other options like Windows Forms, WPFM, or I don't even, I forget what the abbreviation is. So Windows gives us a lot of that, so that's very interesting. But also C# is a very popular scripting language within a lot of the frameworks that I like for computational design. So for example, Grasshopper uses C# as scripting language, Dynamo uses C# as a scripting language, Unity is built on top of C#. I'm very fond of a newer project, VVVV, which I may want to touch upon at some point. There's a lot of places where C# is fundamental. So I may want to start, I may already have recorded them, or I may start recording them very soon. Lists, series that are specific about how to write scripting in this environment. Okay, so stay tuned for that. I also already have a lot of other videos, geometry gems, algorithmic modeling challenges where I use a lot of these techniques. So you may want to check those out as a way to reinforce and learn more about how to apply all these techniques. And definitely, and I do live streams. So if you want to participate live whilst we record these videos and give me feedback, as I see people giving me already in the chat, like right now as I'm recording this, it's very nice. I'm very happy to have people do this with me. It makes me feel part of a community. So you're welcome to check our live streams. If you want to make sure that you're up to date with those live streams, please subscribe. Please consider turning on notifications. Please like our videos, etc. And remember that we have a Discord channel that we use for offline during the week's conversations and chats, and we have a lot of channels. So it's very interesting. Okay, so thank you very much. This was Jose Luis in Parametric Camp, and I hope to see you sometime soon in other videos, other lists, etc., etc. And don't forget, if you do something cool with what you've learned here, please share it with us. Okay, thank you.